Last week, they hit 5. All they do, people, is the hardware, the chips. And guess what? These chips are made from critical minerals, from rare earth minerals, from South Africa, from the DRC, from Zimbabwe, from Ghana. Why don't we bargain and say, hey, Nvidia, you are using our minerals. Can we talk and have a piece of the pie? But in a clever way, not the way DRC and Rwanda did to Trump, like little boys. You give all the raw materials. We must go as one Africa. 1.4 billion people, collective GDP, $3.4 trillion. All our minerals, our diamonds, our gold, our critical minerals, our rare earth, under one command. Under one command. Mr. Trump will give you a better deal. When you go there as 1.4 billion people, $3.4 trillion GDP, and all these minerals in the DRC, South Africa, and Ghana, and Zimbabwe, under one command. We can bargain and have a piece of that pie. AI is about scale. We won't make it in South Africa, Ghana, or Nigeria. We're too small to be consequential. We need the scale to do this. Today I checked, it's about 5.06. It's fluctuating, but it's there. So that you understand, if Nvidia was a country, the only 2 countries would be bigger than it, US and China. Everyone else is a little brother or a little sister to Nvidia. Can you imagine? The company that does hardware is only number 3 after US and China. Germany, little brother. Japan, little sister. UK. This is why we call it a revolution. But we are saying, can we also have a piece of that pie because we have the minerals? We control 35%, by the way, of the critical minerals. They are in Africa, 35%. And by the way, critical minerals are required in AI, they're required in energy transition, they're required in defense electronics. Can we do something about this? And then, once we do that, we use the money to drive our SDGs. So that you understand, some of you think, oh, mining is nothing. Look, these numbers are in billions. There's Nvidia there. Look at Glencore. Look at BHP. Look at Rio Tinto. Small little guys. Non-consequential entities. Vis-a-vis. AI is the economy is AI. Now, how can we use that framework to drive SDGs? Now that we understand that AI is the economy is AI. Further illustration. If you look at those top 3, Nvidia is there. Alpha, you got Meta and Alphabet, it's also AI-driven. Microsoft AI-driven. So the 3 top companies in the world are all AI-driven. And that you thought Coca-Cola was a company, did you? McDonald's, Comcast, GM, Ford, you thought those were consequential. They're nothing. Can you see? So all we are dramatizing is that AI is the economy is there. So given that framework, why can't we use AI to solve poverty, to solve energy poverty, to improve the quality of life of our people? Because we can't do it using mining or Coca-Cola. Okay, from last week when it was 4.63, all the banks in America, all of them put together are smaller than Nvidia. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, they're smaller than one little guy. The guy does hardware. I'm saying that let us use AI. Remember, number 1, use AI. 2, build your own AI systems, but please don't forget the hardware. Because Nvidia is about hardware. There's no AI system, there's just the hardware that drives AI. We want a piece of that pie in the global south. We want a piece of that pie to solve our issues. Here's what Jen Singh, the head of Nvidia, says. AI will create more millionaires in the next 5 years than the internet did in 20 years. He is worth $155 billion. And then Elon Musk, we got go $500 billion. Now, our question must be different. How many people will AI help move out of poverty? That's your question in this public lecture. China was able to move 800 people out of poverty in 40 years. Our populations are not very big. We've got 62 in South Africa, 17. Why can't we use technology to get some of our people out of poverty? We can even learn from the Chinese. This is the question we are addressing in this public lecture. AI has done wonders But we are concerned about poverty, education, healthcare, climate, and energy. Can we use AI to solve that? Jobs, let me make it very clear from the beginning. There's going to be job destruction. Some jobs are going to die. Get over that. Understand that. That's the bad news. Job destruction. I'll give an example. Let's say Morris's company was producing typewriters. There were masters at doing typewriters. That job is dead. No one is using a typewriter right now. Anyway, bad news, job destruction. Good news, job modification. Most of our jobs won't die. They'll be modified. That's the good news. But you must prepare for the modified job. Don't assume that you're going to be able to do it. Prepare for the modified. And even better news, there will be new jobs that didn't exist before, that are completely new, coming from AI. So you must prepare for those three categories: job destruction, job modification, and new jobs. You must prepare for that. And the issue is to make sure the equation is correct. Our new jobs plus modified jobs must be much, much more than the destroyed jobs. Then we're together. The danger is it will be the reverse. The destroyed jobs will be more than this good news. So our task as South Africa, our task as Africans, is to make sure that our new jobs are combined with modified are more than that. Here are the new jobs. I hope you are producing these people at WITS. Dean, tell us, data scientists, machine learning engineers, AI software engineers, AI domain experts. These are the new jobs, an AI prompt engineer. Are we producing this at WITS? Huh? A Discord manager, a meta software engineer, a smart contract lawyer. Let me read that one, because I know you go to law school here. A specialist lawyer who can ensure that an agreement made in the metaverse is encoded in the blockchain layer used for the... Do your professors of law know about the metaverse? Do they know about blockchain? Anyway, what we're emphasizing is the teachers have to up their game. The curriculum has to change to accommodate these people. Data analyst skills and tools, data scientists, we need to change. There's now a chief AI officer. And also, here's the kicker. Half-life of skills. This is the time it takes for half the knowledge or value of a skill to become obsolete or irrelevant. Technology, in particular AI, has reduced the half-life to 2 years. Your MBA from WITS, after 2 years, half the knowledge is useless. After 2 years, and then another 3 years, you're just like someone who never went to business school. What is the answer? The answer is continuous education, continuous reskilling. Never stop learning. The day you stop learning is the day you die. Let us make AI education mandatory. That's the answer. Also, there are students in here. Here's the message to the professors and the dean. We are saying, please, don't show me your certificate. Show me what you can do. So in addition to the little certificate from Dean Morris, the little certificate, get some skills, get some competencies. That's what industry is looking for. Certificate is good, but don't show me the certificate. Show me what you can do. What do I mean by that? Problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills, learning how to learn, learning how to unlearn, learning how to relearn. Financial literacy, digital skills, AI skills, entrepreneurship. Knowledge of self is the beginning of wisdom. Mindsets, cultural confidence, can-do mentality, possibility thinker, self-confident, self-respect, Are you teaching this in the business school? And then resilience, this is a hard one. Now, that one is acquired through failure, through adversity, through pain. I wish you pain. I wish you pain. Because if you don't go through pain, you never acquire resilience. Anyway, don't go looking for the pain. When the pain does come, embrace it. When pain does okay, please be happy. When you hit adversity, be happy. Huh? When you fail, be happy. What can I learn from this failure? How can I become a better person because of this adversity? How can I become a better person because of this pain? That which does not kill you can make you stronger. Now, these skills, you can see, they don't die, these ones. I'm proposing that every one of our graduates at VIS, at UJ, must do a mandatory course in financial literacy, mandatory course in entrepreneurship, mandatory course in digital skills and AI skills. It doesn't matter what you're studying, history, sociology, law, engineering, they must be mandatory courses that will enable our people to be capable, okay? We must become all-rounders. We must become masters of multiple disciplines. An engineer who understands law and economics. A lawyer who understands technology and finance. A doctor who understands philosophy and entrepreneurship. A historian who understands artificial intelligence and medicine. Yes, be the expert in accounting, the expert in strategy, the expert in electrical engineering, but be broader than your field. Be a Renaissance man and woman. For the students, please have both academic excellence and social responsibility. You know, some of you are very good at being SRC president and making noises. Fees must fall. Yes, fees must fall, but don't come number last in class. Don't get a supplementary exam. If you do that, we're not interested in your revolution. A revolutionary must be number one in class. Otherwise, stay out from the SRC. At the same time, if all you do is get number one in class and first class, and that's all you do, if you're a nerd, I'm not interested in nerds. You don't even have a boyfriend or girlfriend, you're just studying. You will never make it in life. We want breadth. Number one in class, play some soccer. Number one in class, go to church, sing in the church. We want to have diversity of exposure. That's what you need in the AI revolution, okay? We must measure employability of our graduates. How many job creators have we created? Entrepreneurship must be measured in the university, okay? And then we must use this framework to achieve our SDGs. We must increase our circle of influence and circle of control. But remember, basic infrastructure, digital infrastructure, connectivity, energy, compute resources, we need to make sure those things are sorted. Learn from the Chinese. Look at how they're producing energy, the Chinese. That energy is required. Where are we in South Africa? We have a deficit in Zimbabwe, a deficit in Zambia. That's why we have load shedding. Now make up your mind, South Africa. Do you love load shedding or do you love AI? They're not compatible. Hey, if you love load shedding, then forget AI. AI requires so much energy, we must solve load shedding. That gap must be closed. That gap must be closed because look at that. If all data centers in the world were a country, in 2030, they will be only number 4 after China, US, and India in terms of the demand for energy. There are data centers that require 2,000 megawatts. The energy for Zimbabwe in one data center. So we must do this. That's why we're pushing for Africa. Because the amount of energy required will not come from South Africa alone, or it will require Africa. The financial resources, to do one LLM, you require $100 million in one company to do an LLM. The talent, you need 100 PhDs working on a product. Energy, I've already explained. So to get these numbers going, we must think as Africa. Sort out Inga Dam. Work on the $3.4 trillion GDP. Adoption will require scale and numbers. 1.4 billion Africans, GDP $3.4 trillion. Also remember global Africa, African diaspora. When we work together, it will be 2.2 billion people and $5 trillion. Can we leverage this in the AI revolution? We need a new type of Pan-Africanism, driven by transformational technologies, entrepreneurship, technocratic leadership, and inclusive development. And we must work at country, region, and the three must talk to each other. A national AI vision, a national AI strategy, national AI implementation matrix in country, at SADC and Africa. And the three must talk to each other. As we come to the end, we just want to show you how we can actually do it for the SDGs. AI is revolutionizing agriculture, transforming healthcare, enhancing financial services, and personalizing education and improving public service. Okay? So all these things are happening. For example, agriculture, I hope my sound is okay there.
If your farm looks like a sci-fi movie, you're in the future of agriculture. The AI in agriculture market is booming, going from $1.7 billion in 2023 to nearly...
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa.